Kenya needs some cooling off and some healing as a country. We are on the precipice. We can turn things around, reset, and become the greatest nation we were destined to be. Or we can easily become another African basket case. There is nothing special about us. Don't ever delude yourself. It is so simple to destroy Kenya. The government's top thinkers, like Alai and Gordon Opiyo, have framed the generational angst of millennials, and Gen Z is the Kikuyus fighting a Kalenjin president. Going by this logic, other brilliant government-leaning folk like Sudi may want to flex and say, Kikuyus are not the only men. Soon, it will be Kila to akae kwao, and you know it goes down from there. The last time we sent warlords to ICC, they never got jailed. They came back and were voted as presidents back-to-back. Yet, this is a simplistic view. I cannot get myself to imagine of a situation where Raila was the president and Alai is the deep state man. Lord have mercy. I have seen many young people I know on the streets. I doubt if Gachagua or Wanjiji sends them there. I have witnessed kisses, Kalenjins, Wos, and all Kenyans in the streets. Whereas possible infiltration is possible or inevitable, the government then has to ask itself, what decisive action can it take to forestall the idea of people breaching the state house? I have traveled and lived in war-torn countries. The optics of kids entering the state house may be good on a live stream, but living in a refugee camp is not funny. Living in a country with no supplies, roads, or sections controlled by the militia is not amusing. So, while I permanently understand the anger of young people, my hope and prayer is that Ruto's deep state can do some soul-searching and find creative ways to navigate the choppy waters they find themselves in. In the last 30 years alone, there have been so many failed states, and it is easy to join them. When you inherit the sword to rule, you inherit the good, the bad, and the ugly. You inherit our checkered history. You inherit the scars of colonialism, the pain of the Mau Mau, the trauma of assassination, state-sponsored violence from Wagala to Likoni to Nakuru to Molo, to the post-election violence, to the assassinations, the killings and abductions, the corruption that has milked the country dry, to a point a regime thinks of hawking our national strategic assets to the highest bidder is good business. There is so much going on in the country. Kikuyu madness that never makes sense. Negative ethnicity, gender wars, religious problems, poor urban planning, failed healthcare system, failed education system, failed security systems. When a government starts to hire goons, abductions, and killing young people become the norm, it means something has seriously gone wrong. This is not a tenable situation. And if the president's top advisor, David Ndi, I think young people are stupid and nothing will or can happen. He may be in for a rude shock. In 2017, G himself said, Kenya is a cruel marriage. We should break up. He formally called for secession. I am sure he knows the problem now is beyond negative ethnicity. The toxicity cascades down to gender, to generational wars, to class wars. And it will get worse and worse. But all of us need a lot of soul searching, and I hope the relevant government bodies, from the military, NIS, the executive, and everyone on top there can find it in them to save the country. This is not a time to point fingers. It is not a time to exact revenge on perceived historical wrongs. We can correct the wrongs, seek healing, and find a way to make it work. We have tried 60-odd years. I have faith in the country. Kenya is worth saving before it is too late.